Welcome to the Coding Fanatic YouTube channel. I'm your host Richard, and here at Coding Fanatic, I am an Android developer focused on efficiency. Whether it comes down to committing to your projects, seeing them through to the end, learning new skills, or learning better ways to work with people on teams, these are the pillars that I focus on, and I'm here to teach new developers, as well as those of you who may be on the fence about the industry, how to do the same. If that sounds like content that you are interested in, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. You'll see when I upload new videos like this each week. Also, head on over to the Coding Fanatic website, join the mailing list, and you'll be the first to know of anybody before these new posts end up on, when the new posts come out on the website and when the new videos hit YouTube. Oh, and the live streams. Who could forget? You don't want to miss the live streams. Great conversation, great music. It's a blast. So come on down. Tonight, I just wrapped up my very first ever Android development live stream where I attempted to set up Kotlin set up the Kotlin compiler locally so that I can start getting, so I don't have to use the Kotlin playground and I can start building these programs locally instead. So yeah, it's on I'll just put the link in the description below, or a card right over here, or whatever side it shows up on. So yeah, check it out. Road to Pro is a series dedicated to me sharing stories about my experiences with certain things, both positive and negative, and what I've learned from it, and lessons that I have to impart onto you so that you can make new mistakes instead of making old mistakes. So in this week, I want to talk about why a degree means nothing to me. Now, back in high school, teachers, counselors, my family, everyone was so pressed for me to go and complete my bachelor's degree. When you finish high school, or what school are you gonna go to, or what degree you're gonna get, and this and that, blah, blah, blah. I really didn't have any idea what I wanted to do. I was more concerned with playing PSP games and trying to find like old PlayStation 1 like retro games that I could play and maybe, I don't know, have fun with that. I really didn't care about school like that, but everyone was pressing me to get this degree. And, eventually I went off to a community college, and I actually ran into one of my old English teachers from high school. And, we were like friends were at like the grocery store or something. We caught up, and I told her what I was doing. She was like, "Oh, okay, good for you. Wow, you're going to a 2-year school. Great. Yeah, well, you don't want to stay there forever. Hurry up and get that 4-year degree." And I really did not see the value in it. I really didn't. But everyone was pressing me to get it nonetheless. Now, I've been in the industry for some years now, and I'm still working on my 4-year degree. But I have seen countless people with their degrees making way more money than I am, and they are so lost. They lost sight of the fundamentals, and I've seen them struggle hard. 4-year degree that everybody was telling me to get. My mom, my dad, my grandparents, everybody was telling me. My whole family was saying, get a degree. High school, get a degree. Counselors, teachers, everybody, get a degree. Commercials on TV, bulletin boards, get a 4-year degree. But I got into the industry, and I'm like, you have a 4-year degree and you struggling like this? Something doesn't add up. One organization I worked with in particular had a team lead who put me in charge of updating some old technical documents. Now, I didn't see any problem with it. I mean, it's pretty common when you work in software development or just in tech period. Things change, and sometimes processes they update, but the documentation falls to the wayside, and you need someone to update it. And that was my role. My job was to go through the old documents and update them to match our current processes. But as I was going through it, I mean, it was a whole mess. Some of the steps were misnumbered or renumbered again. Like, it'd be like step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 9, 10, 11, 11. And I'm like, whoa, why are these numbers repeating like this? There were no images or there was nothing to emphasize important parts of the workflow. Like key parts were not highlighted or anything like that. It was just like a whole list, and the whole thing was a mess. I couldn't believe it. And I'm sitting here wondering, like, why is it so bad? I managed to work my way through the documents But I mean, I was kind of shocked. Like, how are people even still using this document for this process, or these documents for these processes? I mean, I was shocked. I'm like, why are you not? Because I get that, okay, sometimes you don't keep up with stuff, but like, why are you even still using this? Like, I couldn't see how anyone could follow it, let alone still use it. Like, you're talking about update it to our current processes, man. This needs to be thrown in the trash. We need a brand new document. But anywho, I did some digging, and it turns out that the documents were made by the same team lead who assigned me the work. And what's worse, they had a 4-year degree! What? Now you might be asking, Richard, what does that have to do with the price of bread? Okay, they have a 4-year degree, and the documentation was like, it sucked, like whatever. Why does it matter? I'll tell you why it matters. Because the team lead had a degree in computer science. Technical writing is a required course in that degree program. Meaning, not only did they take and pass a course that focuses on how to write a technical document, they passed it, they got the degree, but then they got into the industry and they just kind of, all that money and a piece of paper, and you can't do it in the real world. Now, it would be some time before I took a technical writing course myself, but when I finally did, I would chuckle to myself and just think about not just that team lead, but like other organizations I've been at where the documentation is just it's just bad. And I'm like, these people are breaking every single rule, every single protocol in this course is being just thrown out the window in the real world. I get if you haven't updated it, that's one thing. But like, how do you misnumber and repeat numbers? In Microsoft Word, and Google Docs even automatically number a document. So how do you repeat a number? And like, no screenshots? Really? Now, I cherish documentation because it's integral to what I do. I have certain workflows that I repeat each day, whether it's at work or if it's for like myself. There are certain things that I do repeatedly, and I like to have those instructions nearby just in case I need like something to reference. It's fine to memorize things in your head, but what happens when you leave the company and somebody else comes in, right? And if you didn't write it down, then that whole process is out the door, and they have to start from scratch or try to reimagine it or put it back together again. And I mean, it's inefficient. Plus, if you maintain documentation, I mean, you don't have to memorize anything. Some people work better that way, that's fine, but you should still have something to draw from. It shouldn't be, well, someone showed me how to do something on my first day, I memorized it, and now when someone else comes in on their first day, I'll just tell them by mouth, it's fine. Come on, nah, man, you need, write it down, put it somewhere. Stepping away from software development for a second, even IT departments have some workflow or new hire config or whatever you want to call it, new computer setup thing that they do, and it's integral to the work because new programs are companies change their tech stack from time to time, and you need to make sure that the new hire gets what they need, and even beyond the tech stack, there's even like things like antivirus. I mean, how would you feel if you came into work and for a new job, you're a developer, you get your first job as a developer, hooray! And then the first day at work, you're pretty much just sitting on your hands for 5 hours because, oh man, somebody forgot to install Avast on your computer. Oh, damn. We didn't even put the monitors at your workstation. Ah, duh. Whoops. Like, what? Or someone has to interrupt you in the middle of your work because they forgot to put a sticker on your laptop to identify which one it is on the domain, and they have no idea. Or nobody put stickers on a computer. So you have all these computers on the domain and nobody knows which one is which. It's very, very inefficient. Technical documentation might not always be a priority, but if you're gonna do it, even if it's outdated, at least make it clean. Keep it concise and readable, please. At least maintain it and make it look good. If you're not going to keep up with it, make it look good. But that being said, when you go into your field, you need to go beyond your degree. This is what I mean when I say degree is meaningless. Because that piece of paper is not what gives you the skills. You are what gives yourself the skills. You have to sit down, put in the work, and practice and learn new things that are going to help you improve. So don't wait on your professor. Don't expect your professor to give you all the answers, because even they don't know everything. And some of them haven't even been in the field for so long that they have an antiquated view and thoughts and ideas that may have worked 10, 15, 20 years ago. But times have changed, and it's no longer the world that they once knew. And so they might not be able to put you on game in a way that's going to help you when you get there. And on top of that, even if they recently left the field or whatever, they might even be a CEO or a CTO at a company or whatever. Who gives a damn? I mean, you still have to do the work, and I guarantee you're gonna find things when you get into the real world that your professor couldn't have prepared you for. Things that you've never seen or heard before. Wild stuff you didn't even know existed. I'm telling you, you're gonna see it. And that's nothing against your professor or against the industry. It's just, hey man, that's just the way it goes sometimes. That's why it's on you to continue to grow and improve, because this way, when something catches you off guard, you can use it as a learning opportunity instead of, oh, well, we didn't learn this in school. Oh, but my Java textbook didn't tell me about this. No, of course not. It's a book. Books can't talk. But my point is, continue to grow and become the best version of yourself that you can in your industry. And if you already have a degree, then good for you. I'm proud of you. But that doesn't change anything. You still have to keep growing and keep learning. Otherwise, you'll get left behind. And that's just the short end of it. The moral of the story is there will be many professors, many jobs, many universities, and many courses on technical writing, software development, and more. But there will always only be one of you. Thank you again for tuning in to the Coding Fanatic YouTube channel. I'm your host, Richard. If you like these acrylic artwork pieces that I have on the wall, then I'll put the link to Late Bloomer in the social media below. Also, if you like this really neat piece of artwork right here, I'll provide a link to Sucker Free Art as well in the description. But thanks again for tuning in. If you like this content, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you liked and what you didn't like. Put it in the comment box below. And if you are really into content like this, then head over to the Coding Fanatic website. Join the mailing list, and you'll be the first to know when I upload new videos like this each week. And also check out my my live stream. I did one today. It was very interesting. I have it on the channel. I linked it earlier. I'll just also link to that in the description. But yeah, I'll probably be doing those every other week. So the day before Road to Pro articles come out, then there will definitely be a Kotlin live stream. But yeah. If tell me what you guys think about this, and if you have a degree and you disagree, then hey, let's hear it. What you got to say? Anyway, I'm signing out, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.